Guess I have to talk to Joker again before we take off.
Commander, something you need?
Or maybe I should just, find out. Status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Yeah, you're below average, you cripple. I just want to talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain.
They told me they were 18.
You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Disease? Are you contagious?
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, I've got Wrex syndrome.
Oh, you're
Brittle
retarded?
Bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop
Mr.
properly.
Glass.
They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Well, I do. It's kind of a fun sound. Tell me about your disease.
I need to know more about this Wrex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic maybe.
Probably your mom drank.
It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb.
Pussy!
100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
How do you do your job, Gimp?
You're not going to break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable.
Actually,
Let's talk
I am.
about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call
Big
you
Batman
Joker?
fan?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot.
I'll
By
say.
the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Well, it wasn't your parents, that's for sure. Personal history.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My
Timber!
mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Okay, we're done here.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yay! Cripple driving the ship. So comforting. Well, at least we get all the good parking spots when we park this son of a bitch. Galaxy map. Oh yeah. We are going way the fuck over here to pick up vaginal option number 2. This is Sparta! Finally, Manshizzle gets his own ship and everything. Yeehaw! 88 miles per hour! This game can be a little confusing at first when you first go out into the solar system. There's like all these little... Ooh, unknown. Oops. Son of a bitch! See, it's already confusing because I hit the wrong goddamn button. You can go to all these different solar systems and all these little clusters of shit and, yay! I found a Prothean data disk. You can find little hidden things like that. You have to, like, find the right planets to go to that have the things that you want on them. Some planets you can land on, other ones you can't. Although in Mass Effect 2, you get to sit there and drill for minerals and shit, which takes forever, and it's not really exciting, but you have to do it if you want to get upgrades for your ship.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface.
Really?
It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Alright, let's go check it out. I wonder if this is the planet where I will get killed by Tremors monsters. I'll take you and the bitch. Whee! That doesn't look like a safe atmosphere. See if I can remember how to drive this fucking little vehicle here. And you can jump. You can shoot this. You can shoot a... There we go. Shoot the cannon. And I'm gonna need to remember how to do that. Let's go check out the debris first. Ooh, exciting! Yeah, I'm probably not going to be putting much footage of me driving around on planets and stuff in my videos because it's not exactly the most thrilling stuff. Hours and hours of me driving around on planet surfaces, mining minerals, getting little artifacts and shit. See, look, you drive around the planet, you can find minerals like that. Oh, and you have to, like, play fucking Simon to survey the minerals. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot. Yay! I hit the right button combination. So I got experience in minerals. Fuck all this, let's go check out the distress signal. Yeah, this looks promising. Let's go investigate. Marine. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, this isn't good. Ah! My ship's getting destroyed in case you can't tell. Shoots that acid shit at you.
All targets down.
If he hits me again, I'm pretty much dead, so let's try to avoid that, shall we? Yeah, I shot him twice. If he appears underneath me, I'm going to be dead too. So, yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen. Die, you fuck! Uh-oh. Did I get him? Nope, sure didn't. Die, goddamn you! Ah!
Enemy sighted.
Ah! Oh. Hope there was only one.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Oh, those bastards.
We need to tell him what happened here.
Yeah, he'll be thrilled, I'm sure. Hey, Rear Admiral. Your team got Rear Admiraled. Just thought you'd like to know. Well, there's one mystery solved. Ooh, a mummified Solarian. Sweet. Yup. I hit the right buttons. Now I can actually read his ID tag. Makes perfect sense. Alright, we're out of here. See ya! I should go talk to my bitch. Guess what? They even put a slow-ass elevator in your actual ship that you have to get in and wait 45 minutes to take you to the bottom floor to talk to some of your teammates. Move this thing faster! Finally. Where my bitch at? Sup, ho?
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away.
Well, I
wouldn't mind
never.
talking more later, though.
I bet you wouldn't. How we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
That we'd saved your unit? You gotta be nice to the bitches.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Don't blame yourself.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads.
Well,
I'll make sure it doesn't happen
that is
again.
true. Alright, goodbye.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
What's up, Wrex?
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Personal inquiry. Oh wait, that's a different race.
What's your story, Wrex?
There's no story.
Oh, alright, I'll be going then.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Big deal. I got a hangnail.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
That's right, we're not pussies.
It's not the same.
Of course it is.
It seems similar enough
You're a
to me.
pussy.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Look at my face, of course we were.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Sounds awesome to me. Don't have to
And
worry
I
about
suppose
knocking
it's
bitches up as
destroying
much.
your entire species?
So what?
You're still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject?
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Bullshit.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Yeah, it better not.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Aw, sounds
The
like a personal
genophage
story.
infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Genophage?
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Besides the fact that it's awesome.
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
What?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
Because they're stupid.
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
See? Told you.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Well then,
It's just
who gives
who
a
we
shit
are,
then? That's your
Shepard.
problem.
I can't change that. Nobody can.
Extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger.
You're getting smellier and uglier,
Too
though.
spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Alright, I
So
see.
long, Wrex.
Bye.
Shepard.
Might as well get to know my crew a bit while we're here. Who the fuck are you?
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Logic question. Why am I paying you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself.
Oh-ho.
It's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Oh yeah, those things I've been buying
Manufacturers
from the
sell
shops.
licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
Alright, I will.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get,
yeah.
but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
New items.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless.
Hey, you better.
And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly,
Alright,
so only the
already.
most basic
Show
items
me.
will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
You bet. He's already got this advanced, super expensive shit, so I guess I'm all set. I just have to actually, have money before I can buy anything. Garrus?
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at C-Sec.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way.
Word.
At C-Sec, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
True that.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But
Exactly.
C-Sec wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reason?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that.
I'm a quitter.
Didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Forget about it.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good to me.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Murder
Thank
and
you,
rape
Commander.
anyone you want. Oh, it's the engineer.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali?
Yep.
She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll get rid of her.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her
Wait,
a month
a
on
girl?
board and she'll know more about our
Smart?
engines than I do. She's
No,
got
I've
a
seen
real knack
everything.
for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I didn't.
Ambassador Udina made me take her along.
Normally, I don't have anything nice to say about politicians, but he made a good call on this. However, I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Sure didn't. I don't know why I came down here. Stealth systems.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship
Called a
out in
cloaking
space.
device.
They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location.
I knew it.
Eventually,
It's
the
a
sinks have to
Romulan
be
vessel.
vented. More than a few hours silent running, and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
So are you invisible?
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Fuck the law gives us away?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Oh, faster than light.
Cranking up the
Yeah, alright.
FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Alright. Normandy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Tantalus drive core?
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Alright.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from...
Yeah.
My last assignment was on the Tokyo. Only a cruiser.
Uh-huh.
She was a good ship.
Alright.
Couldn't hold a
Don't
candle
care
to the
that
North.
much.
Carry on, Adams.
Bye.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Just figured you might want to know what this ship can do. What's up, bitch?
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
I know, right?
I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
That's what she said. Or
I'm starting
Something.
to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
gathering information on us?
I don't like the idea of aliens studying the architecture of Alliance ships.
We're on the same side here.
Oh, yeah,
My
right.
people have more reason to hate the Geth than anyone, remember?
Do they?
But you can't blame me for being a little excited. I never dreamed I'd get a chance to travel on a ship as advanced as the Normandy.
You're into ships, huh?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That was 300 years ago. Quit living in the past.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine,
Flotilla.
process
Sounds
our
like
own
something you
fuel.
order at a Mexican restaurant.
But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Uh-huh. Pilgrimage.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
Uh-huh.
But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them.
I mean,
So,
like I did with
to
you?
prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage.
Oh, okay.
We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness
Nice!
and disease.
Oh.
Generations of
implants.
living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
I would.
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
Bring them some styrofoam plates
Even
or
when a
something.
gift is
Look
not
at these
particularly
artifacts I
valuable,
found.
the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Change topics.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
You ever take that suit off, bitch?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force.
Slaves.
Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
That was a mistake.
You had to know it would blow up in your face.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
Then they got uppity.
But one thing we
Started demanding
underestimated
rights
was
and
the
stuff.
power of the
Next thing you know,
neural
they
net.
wanted a vote.
A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Why'd they turn on you, besides the obvious?
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract.
Skynet!
One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Kill it!
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What happened next?
What did you do?
Yeah, we killed it.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Oh.
A general order
Nice.
went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Oh, they started asking too many questions, so we were going to just commit genocide against their robot race. And then they got all pissed. What did you expect, bitch?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands.
Good.
In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
That's what you get.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Serves you right.
You got what you deserved.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them.
Yeah, you did.
If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
'Cause you made them that way. They learned it from watching you, alright? I'm not surprised.
You didn't give them a real good first impression.
You really think things would be any different if we waited for them to act first? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this.
Uh-huh.
They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Uh-huh. Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet.
Boring.
There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for
Patriot
granted.
Act, huh? Yeah, I know. Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population
Sounds like a good
grows
policy.
too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
That's when we enact the get
In
to
extreme
fucking
cases of
rules.
population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
The Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole.
Uh-huh.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law.
Martian law!
Fortunately,
Sir
most captains
Phobos!
nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
You're democratic. You're right.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power
Something
to
tells me
overrule
at some
any
point I'll run
decision
into
by
these
the
jerks.
Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard
All right
that served
already.
us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Alright, we're done.
I should go.
See you later.
Alligator. After a while, crocodile. Peach. I chatted up the teammates. I'm running like I got water in my ear for some reason. And I think we're going to stop here, because Zach has to go to work soon. So, next on the agenda is find the blue bitch and get to flirting. Then we can make Ashley jealous. Yes, my master plan will come to fruition. Manshizzle says, see you next time, bitches. Peace out.